Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Sunday, December 31st, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I am led by heart into my destiny. And as I sat down to do this horoscope, I kept hearing the song, What Are You Doing on New Year's Eve? This energy feels so important to me. There is so much going on. We are building into a full moon. We are having a full moon on the first day of 2018. But we have to take note of this energy. Like, we could get really excited, oh my God, the full moon. But wow, the full moon. We are building on an already emotionally charged time and spiritually open time. We're building into this full moon energy. Full moon in Cancer, very emotional, can be very feelingful. We're building into this full moon. So the build is often more intense than the peak. And so just take note of that as you are celebrating and as you are finishing up the year 2017, because I have found these last couple days have been very emotionally charged for me as I have been processing this year, the last 3 years, you know, all of this Saturn stuff that we've been going through. So give yourself some time, give yourself some space to emotionally process this year and let it release. Because like I said, the emotions are going to be rising to the surface anyway, and I feel like you'd rather, you know, let them out when you're conscious and aware than when you want to be in the spirit of partying and they could bubble up unawares and, you know, wreak some havoc. So, you know, pay attention to what needs to come up. That was almost going to be my energy mantra for today was I let what wants to go, so that what wants to come in can come in. You know, let's leave behind the karma, the drama, the lessons of 2017 so that we can step into this 2018 energy that is coming in to heal us and pack a punch. And it's so interesting because today, I love this energy. Like the way everything's fitting, I'm like, whoa, today is a 10-degree day. And 10, you know, it's a 1. So it is a new beginning with the 1, but a 10 is also a completion. So we have a completion, new beginning, but the energy of 1 connects us to our heart. And I was like, no, that's where we need to focus. Being led by our hearts into this energy, being led by our hearts out of this energy as well, finishing up 2017. What lessons are you grateful for? What did you learn? What lessons are you not grateful for that maybe you can find some gratitude for? That's a good one for me. So, be led by your heart into your destiny, but hold that heart even as you wave so long farewell to 2017. And it's going out with a few interesting energies. Like I said, the biggest thing will be the building to the full moon, and I do think we are feeling that. Another thing that we're probably feeling is the energetic electricals are shifting as Uranus is preparing to go direct on day 2 of 2018. 2018 is like, don't walk, we're running. We're running straight into the healing that is going to be offered by this 2018 energy. But besides that, and which could also lead to some of the intensity of this day, today we have the Sun and Lilith conjunct, and Venus isn't far behind. So this, again, is super important because one of the things that has come through so clearly in our work in 2017, and it just evolved, like this wasn't what I set my mind to doing, but it's just kind of evolved that way. The rising of the feminine that's really come through our astro wisdom since this summer, the feminine coming forward, and here is the Sun aligning with these yin energies, the yin energy of Lilith, which is very connected to your primal soul nature that wants to help lead you from that place, that wants to lead you from the place where you do march to the beat of your own drum. And then the Venus energy, which is more traditionally what we would think of as yin, receptive, beauty, harmony, peace. But Venus is right there hanging out very close to the Sun and this Lilith energy. It's 8 degrees and the Sun and Lilith are at 10 degrees. So it's very close, feeding in that energy. Recognize that within yourself. The Sun is just enhancing this and lighting this up. The Sun is like the yang energy, which is taking the yin and walking with it, moving with it, grooving with it. So let your yin help carry you. Let your yin be the one that leads you into your destiny by your heart. So we have the moon in Gemini, which adds another charge to all of this because the moon in Gemini connects our mentality in with the emotions that are coming through and being processed. So moon in Gemini, and it just can't be a moon in Gemini. Moon in Gemini is connecting to Mercury. So more mental energy. And Mercury is still going through the shadow where it went through when Saturn was retrograde. So again, another opportunity to process and channel what were your lessons. This connection's at 17 degrees, that's 8 energy. How are you showing up for what those lessons are? How are you showing up responsibly in your truth? Can you stand in your truth? That was one of the big things that we finished up Saturn and Sagittarius talking about. Can you stand in your truth? Speaking about your truth and authenticity, the moon, before it shifts into Cancer, the moon will connect to Uranus. And so Uranus, preparing to go direct in Aries, Uranus in Aries is all about us connecting to our authenticity. Now, this is an interesting connection because the moon in Gemini can be willing to express. It can be talky. And Uranus, getting ready to gear up in the sign of I am, Aries, that connection may want you to express yourself. You may be very impulsive with your communications. That's one of the reasons why I was like, hey, you may want to consciously process because you may find a little bit later when that connection happens that everything comes bubbling up and out. And if it's not something that you want to share with the world or, you know, dirty laundry that you want to dump on anybody else, do that before you go into your celebrations, because that does feel like a very energetically, electrically, vibrationally charged connection. And it is at 24 degrees, which is 6, so it is about balance, but with this energy, I'm telling you, it is very easy to be thrown off that balance. And if you get thrown off that balance, you know, it's like, what, you know, part of the work of yoga is like, you know, really being present with yourself, really being conscious with yourself. And yoga is beyond like the poses. Yoga is union, coming into union. And I think the union starts within, but we don't have to go into that now. But, you know, a lot of times when you're like, oh, I'm trying to hold a pose, you know, the consciousness, the conscious breathing, everything, a lot of times we throw that out the window and go into unconscious behavior. So just realize that out of balance feeling, if you process beforehand, there's less likely of a chance of that. Now, the next cool thing is that as of midnight on January 1st, it's actually 12:10 a.m. Pacific time. We have the moon shifting into Cancer. So that is almost exactly with the new year that we have that lunar shift. Now we're building into the full moon, which will be later in the day on the 1st, and we'll get all into that tomorrow. But just the fact that that shift is so aligned, it's like, wow. And with that shift, here comes emotions, processing, again, finishing up this year, releasing. So just be very aware. I had a moment today, which there's so much going on, but I had a moment today where I literally burst out into hysterical laughter and like bawling at the same time. So emotions are stirring right now, for sure. Just be very aware of that, and as much as you can, be conscious of how you are processing them. Oh my God. Wow. Let's talk about Forgetful Jones over here. I totally forgot to pull cards. That's so funny. So, let me pull some cards. Oh, we've got some jumping. This first jumping, slow down. Be present in your body. Be present for what's coming up. Oh, yeah. For you right now. All right. Whew. Got these. Okay. Flowering. We are blooming, but here again, here's the yin. I had this card yesterday. Here is the yin, blooming into herself. This is the full moon energy, but she's here, grounded, connected. Be grounded and connected. Be mature. These 3 cards all feel very similar to me. Get grounded, connected. They are all earth cards. Grounded, connected, be in your maturity. Show the universe that you learned your lessons in 2017. Did you learn your lessons? Are you standing in your truth? Are you being responsible? If not, you know, 2018, here it comes. Be led by your heart. Step into the courage of your own divine heart. And then here comes these possibilities. And we've been talking about that all week in the Akashic Tarot, the possibilities coming in, you know, with this doorway, with this gateway, you know, new year, not a new year, whatever you consider it. Possibilities are coming in and through this energy. And wow, this next 365 days, it's got some energy. Let's see, Akashic Tarot. I can't believe I forgot to pull cards. I always pull cards. Yay, this is a new way of doing things. Okay, so let's see what the Akashic Tarot has for us for this final day of 2017. It's reversed. Oh, we pulled this earlier this week. I got the Five of Scrolls, Diversity, but in reverse. Let's see what that says. I'm so not familiar with these cards yet that I am not even sure where Scrolls is in the book. Okay, Diversity, reversed. Too many things happening at once. Wow, it's a lot of energy, for sure. And you may be confused about which to do. So many alternatives lie before you that you hesitate to act on any of them. It's time to make a choice and focus on one thing. Don't be afraid that you'll get trapped in your choice. All the other interests that you hold will still be around later, and you'll always have the freedom to change things in the future. Worrying about the things that you're not doing or having now only defines your life in lack. Recognize that choosing a single focus in the present gives you total freedom to act on it fully. And I think that's really good. I think, to me, the focus right now is like, what were my lessons? What do I need to let go of? And where do I want to focus for 2018? Like, what is the energy that I want to be responsible for in my life in 2018? The Akashic Force for the Five of Scrolls is your life has turned into a smorgasbord of opportunities. Close your eyes. Imagine an array of all the many different things that interest you. Can you give yourself permission to try them? How can you do that in these coming weeks? So, that is it for today. What are you doing on New Year's Eve? Happy almost New Year. Happy New Year's Eve. Good luck. Good luck in this energy. You know, take care of yourself. Be good to yourself because this is very intense. Book a reading. If you want to dive deeper, I've got my 2018 readings up, and I still have them at, you know, the lower prices, but I am going to be raising those. And the better it gets, the better it gets. Keep focusing on that. It will help lead you through and forward. And there is no such thing as lack, and there is enough love in the world for you. I will see you in the new year. Namaste.